Hi families, this is Miss Sam with another week of phonograms. So we're going to go over 5 new phonograms this week. Just make sure that you are adding those to the collections that we already have, that we've started, and make sure that you're practicing them every week. So because the more familiar we are with those phonograms, the easier it's going to be for students to start decoding those sentences or words made up of those phonograms. So the first one that we're adding this week is the letter V. V says v, for like very or vacuum. Next one is W, water, wet. The next one is the letter X. X says x, most often. And we see it usually at the end of words like box or fox. It also makes the Z sound like xylophone. So it goes x and z. The next one is the letter Y. And Y makes 3 sounds. The letter Y says yeah. That's the one we hear the most often. Yeah, especially at the beginning of a word. The other sound that the Y makes is I, like gym, G-Y-M, gym. So it says yeah, I, and I, like buy or my or fly. So when they see this phonogram, the letter Y, your kiddo should be saying yeah, I, and I. Those are the 3 sounds that Y makes. Yeah, I, and I. And then the last one is the last letter of the alphabet, which is the letter Z. Zipper. And then for our review of the phonograms that we've already done, so again, you're going to add our 5 new ones to that collection that we've already been building. We are going to be completing the alphabet, I believe. So we have A, and A. B says B. Again, we want to remind our kiddos not to say B, because the letter B only says B, right? Bib. We don't say B-ib, right? So that's why you need to make sure when they're doing this, a good way to remember is B. Just that quick sound of one letter. C says K and S. Again, K. D. E says E and E. F. G says G and J. H. Hat, hot, helmet. I says I, like in, or I, like silent. J. Again, J, not J. It's J. Job, jab. K. L. M. N. O. O, and U. P. Q, Qu, and K. R. S, and Z. S, like Sam. Z, like is. T, and U. U, and So, one thing that's really helpful is to keep going over these. Make sure that you are trying to make words or have your kiddos try to make some CVC words. Just remember to remind them that every word needs a vowel. And sometimes that includes Y, like gym, or fly, or sky. Those are all words that Y works as a vowel. So just make sure that you're continuing to practice. Kiddos can practice making words with the ones that we have. They could be nonsense words or real words. But here, I can make the word back we know that that's not spelled correctly, but this is just really helpful to know that those vowels need to go in the middle, and they can start practicing blending those words. B-ack, back. Or if I switch it up and I do this, k-ab, k-ab, right? And I'm guilty sometimes of doing that b, but it's cab, right? And then that's the end of the word. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you all have a wonderful week and rest of your day. See you next time.